Scarbo. This is my shop here in Southern California in Irvine. Basically, over the course of today and the following week, today we're going to do a full disassembly on the car. Over the course of the next week, I'm going to prep everything so that next Saturday we can do a complete reassembly. And hopefully in the following couple weeks after that, we're going to take the car out for a first test run. When I designed this car, I designed the front and rear as both double A-arms. I kind of steered away from the conventional coilover spring. I went with a leaf spring, transversely mounted. This is similar to what you see in modern Corvettes, in fact all the way back to the 60s Corvettes. As far as an upright, I used an S10 Blazer upright caliper and rotor. I made ball joint mounts. The shock absorber mounts to the lower A-arm, whereas the leaf spring mounts to the upper, so it distributes load to both. Front end setup produces about 26 inches of wheel travel, so it works well. I also used a swing set steering system with the Toyota manual steering box. As we come around to the rear, you can see that I also used the A-arms with a double shock because we have about twice the weight in the rear. It also uses the transversely mounted leaf spring. I did set the engine transmission a little bit forward to push the weight towards the front of the vehicle, try to put more weight over the front tires. The only problem with that is if we pan in right here, you can see that the axle shaft isn't transverse to the vehicle, it's set forward. So basically that gives us a little bit more CV angle and decreases travel, but it helps distribute load better. The rear sees about 20 inches to 22 inches of wheel travel. Also on all four corners we have disc brakes, whereas the front's a Chevy brake. This is a Porsche brake, Porsche Volkswagen.
Getting helped out.
Alright, we're almost complete here disassembling. Next few things we're going to do, we're going to disassemble the rear suspension, pull the leaf spring, drop the drivetrain down, and then finish up the rest of the electrical, pull the lights off, and we should be done. That's about it. Today, basically what we did is take the entire car back down to the bare frame, so that's what you see here. Everything that was on the car is now over in this corner. We have everything from suspension components, electrical, seats, wheels, tires, hubs, radiators, so we're all ready to get prepped for next week. Guess that's it. Alright, we're here today to discuss three things. First off, disassembling and reassembling the car is because one, I need to paint the car, and two, the car needs a transmission. Those are the two main things. I also need to weld things here and there. About 3 years ago, I had a little doodle in class that made me want to build a long travel 4-seat sand car. You can see the picture of it right here. And from this picture, I'm going to show you a slideshow in a moment that's going to show pretty much the building of the car from scratch. As far as building the vehicle, I did design and build every component on the car. Nothing was store-bought, nothing had plans, nothing was out of the kit. So here's the slideshow. Course of the last week, I've been painting, prepping, and it's now the following Saturday after Disassembly. The car's been painted, as you can see here. We're still waiting on a transmission to come in sometime today, so as soon as that happens, we can start assembling and get this thing back on the wheels and tires. Alright, we're about ready to assemble the front end once more. We have both upper and lower control arms, disc brake and spindle, the swing set steering, leaf spring, and all the bushings and brackets. And we'll see it in a second when it's assembled. Alright, this is the buggy together. Spent pretty much all day trying to get it as far as we could. Next time you see this, it will be in action in the desert.